Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Cody Zod, and today I'm gonna talk to you guys about drug use, drug abuse, all that stuff. The drug that I was associated with and that I was really addicted to was crystal meth. I'm here to tell you, I was involved with somebody that literally used to do it every single day, like literally. 2 years. I started like 2 years ago. Like I was involved with an ex that had got me hooked onto it like 2 years ago. He used to do it every day. He lived with me. We used to do it every day. He was very aggressive. Okay, like he basically would like be cool when we were sober, and then as soon as he started the smoking, partying, and playing, as they call it, he'll be like aggressive and shit. Like you know, and the shit just fucking like was fucking annoying. Like I seen that drug bring out the worst in people. Like that drug really exposes people inner demons, and it really is not the drug to do at all. Like literally, I am so blessed and so happy that I could sit here and say that I am no longer doing that drug at all anymore. A lot of you bitches just think like I had a silver spoon my whole life and that I'd never been through some real shit and shit. But I've been through a lot of real shit, and I made it out of a lot of real shit. And one thing I can honestly say is that when it comes to like drug abuse and drug use and stuff of that nature, a lot of people think that like doing drugs and stuff, it a lot of people do it out of depression and do it out of anxiety and all that stuff. But in reality, it's added on to your anxiety. It's added on to your depression. You might even not even notice it, but it's added on to those components. When you do a drug, if you're depressed and you do a drug, especially a drug like crystal meth, you're gonna feel more depressed. You're gonna feel more anxiety, you know? And that drug is just not the drug to do at all. And I can honestly say that I'm so glad that I made it through that cycle of my life. Literally, when it comes to crystal meth, let me talk a little bit about this drug because a lot of people like here in New York and here in like this part of town and stuff, they think that it's very popular and they party and play, party and play. They use the word on Grinder and like Jacked and all that, all them dating sites and whatever, and in the community, and they say party and play. What that means is doing crystal meth and fucking. Honestly, when you do people that do crystal meth, most of the time they are not in the right state of mind. Honestly, they are not in the right state of mind. They don't give a fuck about you. They just want to either fuck you or fight you, honestly, or like just try to control you, like be in your presence, whatever. They just whatever. But honestly, yeah, that's not the drug to do. It's really not. Like the relationship that I used to be in and dealing with somebody that literally was like hooked onto that shit, that person would like literally hog his spit and spit on me, and we would be fighting, no shade, because and that's another thing. If you have to fight your significant other, like physically put your hands on your significant other or vice versa, ladies, you should not be even dealing with any men that even think about putting their hands on you. Fellas, if a woman even does that or be toxic with you, that's how you know the relationship is over. But even when you do a drug, like if you guys are doing a drug like crystal meth, like if y'all are into that type of world, type of lifestyle, there's no such things as relationships when you're in that type of lifestyle. Like everybody fucks everybody that does it. Like everybody lies. And there's so many people that lie, that like do it and lie, and like that will like you come across so many negative demons and you come across so many negative demons and so many negative people that do that drug like that. If you're a person that values like having real authentic relationships with people and really authentic relationships within your community and within yourself, you cannot affiliate with people that do that type of shit, because most of the time they don't give a fuck about you. Honestly, they only care about fucking you, manipulating you, and probably trying to live off of you, or whatever floats the whatever. And you're not going to be satisfied with anyone that's smoking meth. You're not, because they don't give a fuck about you, honestly. And everybody fucks everybody that does this drug. Like if you run across some people like that do this drug, like that whole community of partying and playing people, they all fuck each other, like all of them, and they all lie about it too. They all are liars. All of them are liars. But one thing I could say honestly is that, like, it's so disgusting to, like, you know, be on that type of drug and not even, like, care about who you sleep with, because there's people that's on that type of drug and don't give a fuck about who they sleep with. They would just sleep with anybody just to fucking get a supply of the drug. Like, people that do crystal meth don't give a fuck. Like, they start losing weight. They start losing weight. They start not having an appetite. They start go down the fucking list. They start not having an appetite. They start losing weight. They start getting more aggressive. They start not sleeping. Like, your body is like an engine. You know, your engine needs fuel. You need to fuel your body. You know, if you're not sleeping, if you're not eating, if you're not, this is all stuff that your body needs. And if you're not, that drug will take all of that away from you. You will forget to eat. You will forget to sleep. Like, you'll start losing weight. Some people even pick their face. You know, that's a thing for certain people too. They'll pick their face, like, out of anxiety and stuff, and they'll mess up their skin. Bitch, it's not worth it. It's not. Like, it's really not. All for a drug, it's not worth it. It's not. I'm speaking from experience and for what I've seen and what I went through and what I, you know, that lifestyle is just a no. Drug abuse is a no. There's a whole big world out here. You don't need a drug to have fun. You really don't, honestly. There's so many things to do in this world. Trust. So many things to do in this world. And I can honestly say for myself, I feel so much more alive that I've been off that drug and that I haven't been doing that drug. I'm so much more alive now. Again, and I have got so many big things coming, and I'm working on so many big things, and I'm so blessed and happy. Like, you are not gonna run into anybody that's really happy with themselves that do crystal meth every day. You're not, and that's just what it is. It give what it give. And I'm here to tell you that. Nobody else will really tell you that, but I'm telling you that. You're not gonna run into nobody that's you're not gonna run into. You might run a. You're not. That drug is just not the shit to do, because you're not running into nobody positive. You're just gonna run into people with inner demons that are gonna lie to you. They're gonna lie to you. They're gonna try to steal from you. They're gonna try to even try to rape you. Hate to say it, but these people when they do that type of drug, and if they're hooked to that type of drug, their inner demons take over, and that's just not the shit to do. But yeah, like I said, I was involved with somebody. To be honest, I don't even know if that person is dead or alive now. It's given what it's given, but that person literally went down a rabbit hole and, like, literally did the drug all the time, and he let it take over him. And he wanted the same for me, but I was strong enough to not let that happen, because I've learned that, like, it's so many other things to do in this world than that drug. Why do something that's harming my body, you know? So yeah, I'm here to tell you guys, my doll babies, all y'all, drug abuse is not the answer. You know, my drug that I was addicted to was crystal meth, and I can honestly sit here and say I'm so proud that I am no longer doing that drug, because I feel so much more alive now. My vibrations are high. And that's another thing. When you stop doing certain drugs, you can't hang around people that do, with them low vibrations, that do that drug, because they're going to be envious. They're going to be, they're not going to, it's just not going to click. It's just missing like oil and water. You have to basically switch your surroundings. You know, I'm speaking from experience. You know, that drug is not it. Getting out, you can't keep doing drugs. You can't do drugs and expect to meet genuine people. You can't trust anybody that do drugs. There's no such things as friends when you do crystal meth. Like, you have no friends. You may think that certain people that's being around you is cool with you and stuff like that, but they're around you because there's a lot of homeless T-heads, homeless people that do crystal meth, and there's a lot of people that's just evil that do it, and that's just like really just ain't shit that do it. Like, so none of them are your friends. None of them are your friends. You can't trust none of them. Like, they will smile in your face. These Decepticons will smile in your face. They'll say anything you want to hear. Like, they'll even tell you lies. But what I'm basically telling you guys is, stay away from crystal meth. Speaking from experience, that was my drug I was addicted to, and I could sit here and say, bitch, I'm so glad I'm not addicted to it no more, because you know why? My life means more than letting a drug take over, and yours should too. Bye.